friends, back at it again with the Tenacious 10. So I just want to welcome you guys to my channel. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this, but I did want to make a video so that you guys kind of know who I am. If you don't know who I am, you're gonna find out who I am. Alright, so let's get this thing banging. First question. So my name is Tanae Congo. I was born and raised in the 302 baby, Wilmington, Delaware, and I made it seem very hype. It's not very hype at all, but it's definitely bigger than a lot of people would think, and you don't have to say Delaware. It's a state, all right? First state, get it right, okay? But anyway, I'm 27. I live in Houston, Texas with my fiance and my dog. I'll put a picture, boom, right here. I'm a chef and I have a really big background in hospitality. I've done a lot of different jobs in the hospitality field, as well as a couple jobs outside of it, but my background is in hospitality. And to be honest, I love food and I love drinks. So that's really who I am. Second question. So I got my start when I was younger, okay? I used to have this weird obsession of mixing things, whether it was like I swear I made up chai tea, okay? I would mix like tea with milk, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, I really thought I was somebody popping. I would mix like 2 Kool-Aid flavors and then have my family taste it, and I'd be like, yeah, I tore that up, right? So just like random mixing of juices was my start in what is a now long career in hospitality. To be honest, I didn't have the best family background when I was growing up, and I had a weird living situation, and it caused me a lot of like stress and anxiety, and I figured out at a pretty young age that whenever I was in the kitchen, I kind of didn't have that stress. I didn't have that anxiety anymore. So I realized that food was kind of like a zen for me. I watched a lot of food shows. I thought that was normal for me to watch, but people were watching like Twilight and Harry Potter and shit. I'm watching like Beat Bobby Flay. I'm watching Emerald. So when I was in like the 7th grade, okay, this one teacher, she was a dick. I hated her, okay? But she had this like career focused part of the class that we had to do, and in that she told me that I could go to school for culinary, because she was like, she always would say like, what do you love, what do you love? And I'm like, I like to eat, I like food. And then she was like, well, have you thought about being a chef? And I was like, what's a chef? And she was like you see on TV, you can go to college for that. And I was like, what? Because my assumption was that chefs learn in the kitchen. I didn't know that my college option could be culinary. So I was like, oh, say less. That was it for me. So I decided to go to culinary school. And in 2012, I attended Johnson & Wales University in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, most questions I do get asked is like, why didn't you go to the one in Rhode Island? I wasn't going so close to home, okay? I was not doing that. I wanted it to be hot. I wanted it to be far enough so that my mom couldn't just pull up on me, but I wanted it to be close enough that if I had to get home, I could. So Charlotte was like the perfect option for me. My major was in culinary arts, but a lot of people don't realize, like, from the school I went to, the focus is on culinary, but they want you to be well-rounded. So during my culinary degree, my freshman year, I was able to take a bartending and a wine class, and that was when I was like, shit, this is awesome. And that's when I kind of just delved into not only the mixing of alcoholic beverages, but learning about wine. Now, I went to college at 18. At Johnson & Wales, you are able to drink at 18, but you can't swallow it. So you have to like take a sip, swirl it around your mouth, kind of analyze how it makes your mouth feel, analyze the flavors, and then spit it out, because you can't be getting drunk at 18. But that is how I started to realize how refined I wanted my palate to be, because on the first couple of sips, I'm like, ooh, this is gross. Now, of course, I had a little alcohol before I turned 21, so I knew what it tastes like, but I was able to kind of focus on how my mouth felt and not like, oh, I'm trying to get drunk. I was like, oh, this is spicy, this is cinnamon, this is this. And I knew that I wasn't where I wanted to be. So I was like, okay, well, if I just keep working on it, it'll be better. So that is where I realized that food was my main draw, but drinks was really kind of sliding up as my side chick. So I decided to do this YouTube channel because, again, I said I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. I've been on YouTube before. You can check out my YouTube along with this video. I started out with doing videos about mental health because I felt like when I graduated college, I went into the job field and I just was kind of lost. So I did a YouTube series about it, but I did stop because I felt like, I don't know, I just kind of got into a really deep depression. So I just kind of stopped. And then I decided to start doing culinary demos. Now that was because I used to work at Johnson & Wales as a classroom presenter. And I started working there in 2018. So I would go to different high schools in North Carolina and in Georgia and talk to students about going to college, what it's like to be in culinary school, and we would do culinary demos for the students for each class. Now when COVID hit, we could no longer do those demos, so we did virtual demos. So I was like, oh, that would be smart to just go ahead and do demos and post it on my YouTube. But I was burnt out from food. I was tired of food. I love to eat, but I never feel like going to, you know, get my phone and like setting it up and recording and stuff like that every time that I'm ready to cook. So food kind of burnt me out. So Kimmy and I decided like earlier in the year that we kind of wanted to change the scenery. So we moved to Houston, Texas in July of 2020. Now with that came with me, of course, leaving my job at Johnson & Wales. So I kind of just really just wanted to step back from cooking. My plan was to just kind of chill for a couple months, but then I applied and I started working at Total Wine. Now with Total Wine, they do liquor and they do wine there. So I was like, oh, say less. Boom, I started learning about a whole bunch of stuff, really jumping back into that drink side of things. So then of course TikTok came out and I was like, I'm not about to be on no fucking TikTok, ew, gross. And then I was like, all right, let me see what they're talking about. So then I got on there and I kind of got hooked like everybody. And then I was like, let me just start posting videos. You know, let me see what this thing's about. Within like 4 to 5 videos, viral, okay? I will insert this video right here.
All my Stella Rosa and sweet wine drinkers to the front, please. This wine is called Liquid Popsicle, and Stella Rosa is 6% alcohol. These are all between 12 and 13%, which is going to give you the buzz that you're looking for. They come in flavors like strawberry, cherry, lemon, lime, and they're all between $8 and $10 a bottle. Get you some.
And I went viral. Like it was wild. And since then it's kind of been up from there. Now again, I got tired, I got burnt out, I stopped doing TikTok for a little while. But when I really sat back and thought about what I wanted in life, it was more into the beverage world, and then from the beverage world getting people onto the food side of things. I feel like everybody knows how to cook nowadays. Everybody's a chef nowadays, so I don't really think that the craft is taken as seriously as I would want it to be. So I was like, okay, how many black women know a lot about wine, liquor, beer? So I was like, okay, a black woman chef, there's a lot of black women chefs, but a black woman liquor linguist, how many people doing that? Not a lot. And a lot of people in general don't know how to drink. So let me take what I know, put it into a way that everybody can understand. Boom, YouTube channel. So that's why I am here. On TikTok, a lot of people were also saying like, I want to learn more. What are you talking about? Like, explain. So like, you really can't explain a lot in those small amount of times. So people were asking me, yo, you need to do a YouTube. You need to do a YouTube. So here I am. Hopefully I am doing you justice on knowledge. So what is a Tenacious 10? So when I thought about this plan of making a YouTube channel, I know that people don't like to listen to stuff for a long time. They want a lot of information in a way that they can understand it, but after a couple minutes, you're not focused anymore. So I was like, okay, if I do 10 minutes or less of information that I know about a certain topic, that to me is like get in, get out type of mentality, which I like. So Tenacious 10 is me, Tenacious, because my business name is Tenacious Fork. Tenacious, me, 10 minutes that you get 10 minutes or less on a topic. So that's where my Tenacious 10 came up. I really want to fulfill a space to explain what you're drinking and putting in your body in depth, if that makes sense. Because I feel like people will go in the store and pick up Patron or pick up Casamigos because that's what they heard is good, drink it, don't like it, and then be like, I hate tequila. Nah, you haven't had the right tequila yet. People will say, oh, I don't like gin. Why? Because I don't like the flavor. What's the flavor? So just kind of like putting it into perspective what you're actually drinking. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. And hopefully it falls into the laps of people that really need to understand or hear everything that I'm saying. If you guys, like I said, have any questions, boom, drop it below, comment, like, subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Chef Tanae. If you want to see more of my TikTok videos, at Tenacious Fork, because simultaneously with the YouTube videos, I will begin posting back on TikTok as well. So hit me up, follow me, like me, because I like y'all. And that's really it. I thank y'all for coming to my Tenacious 10. Peace out. Love y'all. Keep drinking.